Good morning, Chirins. It's Mr. Bruce back for another week of reading. Today's book is called We Don't Eat Our Classmates. It's about a little girl, T-Rex, and she was starting her first day of school, and that was a lesson she learned. But before we start, eyes watching, ears listening, voices quiet, body calm. We don't eat our classmates. Well, there's all the pictures that the classmates drew in school of dinosaurs. Remember that. And on the front page, we have a declaration. That means Penelope the dinosaur is telling you something and says, hey, when you go inside, remember, it's a funny book. You'll never be eaten by a T-Rex because they're all extinct. He's a good T-Rex. It's a funny book, not a scary book. Okay, we can trust her. This is Penelope Rex. She was nervous. It's not every day that a young T-Rex starts her first day of school. Remember when you started your first day, how nervous you got? Well, T-Rex was just as nervous. She asked her mom, what are my classmates going to be like? Will they have many teeth like me? For some reason, that was very important. Look at her room. She'd been playing school before she went to school. There were her classmates, her dinosaur dolls. She drew pictures of her family and practiced the alphabet. It looks like our classroom, doesn't it? She was ready to go to a real school. Penelope's mom brought her a new backpack with ponies on it. She loved ponies. They were her favorite animal because they were delicious. Well, her dad packed her a snack. It was 300 tuna fish sandwiches and 1 apple juice box. Finally, the big day came to go to school. That was her big green school. When she got inside, Penelope Rex was very surprised to find out that all of her classmates, well, they were children like you. They weren't other dinosaurs. They were other children. They were sitting at their tables like we do, in different stations, playing like we do. Well, because they were children, and children were all delicious, she ate them. Mrs. Noodleman, the teacher, said, Penelope Rex, we do not eat our classmates. Now you spit them out right this second. So Penelope spit them out. It was not the best way to start school and make friends. All her classmates were icky because they were inside a dinosaur's mouth. Still, she tried to make the best of it and said, maybe I'll try to make friends at the playground. Well, she tried hard. She said, let me catch you on the slide. But the kids were afraid that she was going to eat them in her mouth. She painted some of her best work. She even saved a seat in the class for the littlest boy, Griffin, and said, you can sit right here on my plate. But it just made him scared because he didn't want to get eaten again. Well, as the day went on, Penelope started to notice that she weren't making any friends. The kids were afraid of her. They stayed away from her. It was very lonely for her after the first day of school. Penelope was a little sad. When she got home, her dad said, how was school today? And she said, I didn't make any friends. None of the children wanted to play with me. Penelope Rex, her father asked, did you eat your classmates? And Penelope said, well, maybe sort of, a little bit. And her dad said, Penelope, sometimes it's hard to make friends, especially when you eat them. You see, Penelope, children are just like us, except they're just tastier. That night, when Penelope went to bed, she thought about it, all the things her dad told her, and said, I'm going to try harder to make friends tomorrow and not eat my classmates. Well, The next day, Penelope went to school and tried really hard. But poor Penelope, she could not stop herself. Mrs. Noodleman, Penelope ate William again. Spit him out, she said. All the kids were once again afraid of Penelope. How was she ever going to make friends if she kept eating her classmates? Everyone was afraid of her, except Walter. Walter was the class goldfish, like our fish, Fishy. So Penelope tried to make friends with him. She said, "Will you be my friend?" And she stuck her finger inside the fishbowl to pet Walter. And you know what Walter did? Walter thought it was a worm and bit Penelope's finger. Chomp. And Penelope cried. She said, "Oh, he's eating my finger. Ah, let's make him stop." Well, once Penelope found out what it was like to be someone's snack, she soon lost her appetite for children, and they started to play with her again. She stopped eating her classmates completely, even when Bracy got barbecue sauce all over herself. And soon Penelope made lots of friends. "Here's a brownie. Would you like one?" Now, even when people and their children look delicious, she peeks at Walter. And remember what it's like when someone tries to eat you. I'm not going to eat anybody. And Walter the goldfish stares right back at Penelope. And you know why? I'll tell you why. Because Walter says, dinosaurs sure are delicious. The end. So here's my question for you today. If you were going to have anybody in your class that you could bake into a cake, who do you think would be the sweetest kid in the class to eat? Or it could be a teacher. It could be me, or it could be Miss Alice or Miss Heidi, or it could be Stevie, or it could be Elwood. It could be anybody. Who would be the sweetest kid for you to taste in the class? And if you want, you're at home, you can try to draw a picture of what you think a dinosaur in your school would look like. All right? I'll see you soon. I'll be back tomorrow. And remember, be good to your parents and wash your hands. Bye-bye.